Welcome to your new moon reading. This is Kristen with Sacred Soul Ascension, and this is a reading for Sunday, March 14th. So we're still in the orb of the new moon. It was fully new, fully empty yesterday, the 13th. But we're still in that orb. I'm still really feeling this Piscean energy strong with Neptune and Pisces, with Venus and Pisces, with the moon and Pisces. And so let's start with our first card. We have the dragon energy. Spirit of color, spontaneity, dream time, manifestation, creativity, and timelessness. Very, very nice. I love this energy. The spirit of color, spontaneity, dream time, manifestation, creativity, and timelessness. So let those key code words and that image settle in. It's beautiful. Pisces, it's dream time. It's how have your dreams been? What has been revealed through your subconscious in dream time, both at night and the daydreams? What are these visions that are coming forth? How is this time washing you clean? I keep hearing that, like washing one's soul clean. And what is the subconscious revealing that is coming forth to be kind of washed within the cosmic sea, the cosmic ocean of consciousness, and to really be cleaned and to re-emerge anew. Indeed, we will be re-emerging anew in the tropical zodiac, shifting on the equinox into Aries. So this really is the last stages of the zodiac to kind of process what this past year since last March 20th, 21st has been. We're coming into that completion of the cycle. Pisces, the 12th house, the last sign of the zodiac. It collects all the wisdom from all those months, all those days, all those teachings, all those dynamics and relationships, all those days of experience. And Pisces asks us to go into the inperience rather than externalizing, internalizing, and really accumulating the energies and clearing what needs to be left and composted, and allowing for that distillation to come into the finest of essence of self, of the soul self, and allowing that to grow into the new seeds you plant on this equinox time coming up. It's a beautiful new moon to kind of release the old and plant seeds for the new. So now I'm pulling a card through the Oracle deck, with the Oracle deck. So this is all for the new moon in Pisces. Okay, wow, the same card that popped up last for the midweek reading, or was it the weekend reading? We have Star Family. Yeah, Star Family. I don't know if you can see those beings, in their kind of galactic eggs, springing forth from this burst of light. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So this is just reminding me to remind you, call on your celestial guardianship and guides, your celestial team. They hear you, they're with you, and you must summon them. This is a free will, non-interference zone of the universe. So we must call in the family, summon them forth, both in the invisible realm and in this physical realm. If you're feeling just that craving for community that, vibrates at the same frequency as you, and not even that, it's like more advanced than you, to accelerate and vibrate your frequency even higher, and that's going to help you to grow in the ways in which your soul really desires, craves, and knows is good for it. Start calling in your soul family. They will appear. Those relations will appear when you desire it strong enough. Okay, so those prayers really match your desire, match your frequency with it, and call in with enthusiasm, your family that you want to be vibrationally connected with. Then we have Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Okay, I've got this light really close to my camera. It's saturating the images, but it's this person in this like crystalline egg kind of hovering over this material plane, the earth plane. So being in the world but not of it, but earthing the body. So it's like connecting the heavenly realms with the earthly realms, calling in the star family to support, to assist you in this earthly, material, embodied experience, to really guide your movements forward, guide your next steps forward into the new year, into the beginning of the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere and the fall equinox in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so this is very much the teachings of Pisces, to really connect into that collective consciousness, that unified field, the ethers, that weave worlds within worlds within worlds, and connecting to our star family, and to really unite those relations of the invisible. I was seeing this card, amazing, Knight of Swords, uniting these relations of the invisible realm with the earthly realm, and really starting to unite with like frequencies to support you. Knight of Swords, there is definitely going to be swift communication and information happening this month. The Queen of Cups, 2 court cards. So this Knight of Swords, I'm hearing there's going to be some sort of communication, some sort of helper, some sort of a collaborator, some sort of swift and very intellectual, very direct communication is going to be coming in for you. And this is an action-oriented communication. So whether it's you, starting a blog where there's going to be a lot of communication, or starting some sort of live stream where you're getting your thoughts out into the world, this Knight of Swords is fast-moving communication and really enacting the vision into action through the word, the written word, the spoken word. Knight of Swords is a swift, fast-moving action energy. And so, calling on your star family to support you as you kind of anchor that celestial, that divine purpose energy into the earthly realm, and having boundaries. The swords are about boundaries, having boundaries and cutting through the mental challenges and the mental obstructions to you speaking your voice and your extrapolations, your truth as you see it through your life experience and self-study. This is the Knight of Swords energy to me right now, with this Pisces energy, that it is time to communicate. It is time to share in a direct and clear way. Yeah, and this is, there is going to be swift moving energy in the direction that you're envisioning. Okay, that vision to action and implementation is going to have more of a seamless course through this Pisces season. And then we have this Queen of Cups, which is beautiful. It's a very Piscean energy. It's a very compassionate, loving delivery of this message. This is a very intuitive, creative energy. I am bringing it back to that creativity and timelessness of this dragon energy. And manifestation, she knows how to manifest, and especially coupled with that Knight, she kind of has the vision, she has the dream, she has the epiphany, and the Knight kind of carries out that message, So there's a very intuitive, watery element with this Queen of Cups energy, that she receives the message and the Knight delivers that message. So it's a very beautiful combination right there. We have the Five of Wands with the Eight of Swords, coupled with these two court cards. So it makes me just think that that there is some overcoming of perhaps some sort of energetic conflict with this Five of Wands. Some sort of, because the wands are fire energy, and that five is it's a catalyst. That five sits in the middle of the first four numbers and the last four numbers. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So that five is in the middle of the 1 through 9 number scale, and it's definitely the change point. There's a shift point. It's a bit of a pressure system, and in a lot of ways it's motivating. Resistance can often be strengthening and motivating. It's definitely shows as well that it has you contemplating. This energy of the Five of Wands, there could be a little bit of a, I don't know if it's internal resistance or external resistance. These cards are very interesting because I feel like I've seen them before in another reading almost exactly like this recently, for the collective. So it's almost like we're cycling back around to something in this Pisces energy that is a karmic cleaning, but you're starting off with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. You're being asked to advance yourself anyway, take those next steps anyway. There's going to always be people who are not going to like you, like your work, like what you have to say, not agree with you, and that's okay. I think that a part of these energies coming out with the Eight of Swords, and we have the Magician, and then we have the Four of Cups. It's coming out of that people-pleasing mode is what I'm hearing. Coming out of that safety of the cocoon here, you know, and it's kind of like allowing yourself to do your soul mission without really like adapting yourself to the haters, you know, like they're gonna, you know, the world is can be a very rigid, very spiteful place, and can be, you know, it's a very low vibe, really, a lot of what's going on in the human, you know, existence, right? Or at least what's, you know, dominates in what we see. Of course, when you come into one-on-one conversations and communications, it's much different. It's much more intimate, and you know, you feel the humanity, you feel the love much more when it's one-on-one. But in general, the amount of backlash, you know, you can receive for putting yourself out there can be very inhibiting, just like off the bat, you know, like who wants to go through that? Well, we each need to break through those inhibitions and those fears of the ridicule, or like the deprecation, you know, and not take that on as like identity, as like who we are, who they are, whoever the theys are. But to, you know, take action and trust your intuition, and be who you are anyway, because what else do you have? Like, if you're not representing your soul, if you're not being who you're here and born to be, who else is going to be? Your soul is like your highest, it's everything. You know, that is the gold. That is like the true wealth, is having that deep and sincere and transparent and authentic connection with yourself. And so, you know, with this process of some of this like heat, this tension that's refining you, you know, it's I mean, a pearl, for a pearl to be formed in the oyster shell, you know, there's so much resistance and you know, to really create a pearl, so much pressure, right? And that's what we're all becoming, right? Are these pearls, and life is like refining us and polishing us so that we can be truly in the one pointed direction on our return path to source, to God, right? But we like are in this like descending modality of incarnating, you know, learning to be human. Then we have to go through the ascension, where our like direction is one pointed and focused to being in union with God's source of creation. And that pathway of ascension, you have magic. This is the magician card, right? You've got magic within and all around you. And that's the truth, that you're fully equipped with everything that you need within and all around you. It's one and the same. It brings me back into this dragon energy, you know, being in that spirit of creativity and color and abundance and spontaneity. You know, the magician seeing the magic is a very spontaneous energy. And it manifests. The magic is the manifestation. I mean, we're in a realm of creative manifestation, and connecting to the timelessness, right? Unsticking yourself from the earthbound time zone. And we have the Four of Cups here. I want to draw another card because there is definitely an emotional purification happening, definitely an emotional healing happening. Then we have the Seven of Cups, very Piscean, just a lot of options, some confusion. There's a lot of goodness. Okay, and then we have the King of Swords, which kind of cleans things up. So from the magician, like really, working in the realms of magic and using the energy for the highest good, for all sentient life, right? The magic of light magic, light work, is very, very potent. And there may be a process of, again, like letting go, of purifying the ego and what you thought was like even your own truth, and how that gets refined in the process of becoming the pearl. This Four of Cups is just asking you to let go and to surrender, let go and let God. And that Seven of Cups, it's like this whole pathway. It's like the river opens up with all these tributaries. It's like, oh, which way do I go? There's so many options now, right? There's an abundance. And that seven is, again, it's the crown, the seventh chakra. And it's asking you to let go and let God, to let the divine flow of energy and information to come through and to be guided and led by your star family, by your guardianship, your team of light. And the King of Swords comes with, kind of closes the reading as we opened at the beginning with the Knight of Swords, but advances, this energy into, incredibly intellectual, incredibly swift, incredibly assertive, with this fierce amount of love and compassion and insight and foresight and hindsight and intuitive knowing. The higher mind is what the King of Swords represents. He sees things from all sides and is going to defend the truth of love as the only thing that lasts, that is timeless, that does connect us to the true nature of creativity and manifestation, the kind of manifestations that last forever, is what this King of Swords represents. He defends the laws of love. And he's not here to win popularity contests or to be people pleasers, because he understands that the faulty nature of the human experience, right? It's a part of the experience. And that, he knows how to be in the world and not of it, right? To really understand and to cut through the illusions of the Maya, the illusions of the dream time, of the dream spell that we're all in until we awaken from it. That our suffering is because we are, in the Maya, in the illusion. And when we awaken from that, there is no more victim, victimizer, rescuer, perpetrator, right? A true awakened consciousness knows its place and alignment in the pure perfection of being. And so all those limitations and beliefs, limitations of belief, beliefs have the middle three letters of belief is what? L-I-E, right? Moving out of belief consciousness and coming into truly the ascension, one-pointed pathway, the return to the source in which you've come from, in which you descended from. So it's a balancing of ascension and descension cycle and coming into a harmonious balance. And this Pisces season, it looks like there's a lot of emotional processing, but some like action as well, some boundary cutting, some clarity, creating, you know, clear, defined space around you so that you can be in this world but not of it, so that you can have that sacred egg, you know, cocooning around you and walk in the world, be very protected and you know, embraced by your star family, your celestial guidance. And it's you doing that work too. It's meeting that celestial guides in the middle, right? You call them in, and they guide you to take the swift action, the necessary action, to be sure that you are equipped and prepared to walk in this world and to cut through the illusion and to be a light bearer, to hold the light. Okay, I hope this helps, and I'm wishing you a very wonderful new moon cycle, which lasts for this whole month, okay? And you will see me soon for the weekly reading. So much love.